Hello and welcome here to race number 2 of the MFNSRA SCS schedule of the Season 9. We are here at Savannah, and Brandon Bain, who came 3rd in the running of this race back in Season 3, this is the only time he's had experience on this track, he grabbed the pole for today's race. Alongside will be the 8 car of Daniel Day. Day in the 8 car, it ran very well here in Season 7, the race he debuted here. So, not a surprise to see Daniel up front here. Richard Johnson came a runner-up for this finish in Season 3. He'll start there in 3rd in line. Also, another runner-up finisher up in the top 4 here. Jacob Hart came runner-up for this finish back in Season 7. He'll start as the hometown hero in 4th position, trying to win this race for his hometown here in Savannah, Georgia. That is the first 2 opening rows. For more on the starting lineup, let's get you down to the starting grid. Getting ready to start off race number 2. Brandon Bain right up here with Daniel Day, Richard Johnson. Here we go. Green flag is in the air. Brandon Bain leads us down. Green flag is in the air here at Savannah. Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa! Brandon Bain sideways. Brandon Bain sideways. He saved it. Bain got sideways by Richard Johnson, and he was able to keep it going. And the new leader, Daniel Day, is going to take the lead. Open up a big gap now to 2nd place. Charles Sanford leaps into 2nd. Jacob Hart on the outside trying to make up some sort of ground. Teammate with Hart right there, Hayden Klein. He gained some positions there, but guys like Richard Johnson had to really lift for the gas right there off Brandon Bain there. Got really aggressive on the back bumper. Brandon Bain right there tried to overtake the spot really early. And boy, did a lot of them have to get on the brakes there. They almost stopped basically right there. 3 wide racing here with CJ Sorensen, Noah Hart, and Schreifen Reed. There's John Dillon there with Sean Galligan, Sean Perkins, all of them trying to find some sort of way to get around here. Sean Perkins giving John Dillon a little bit of the bumper there to move him up out of the way. There's Austin Ogo Summers there trying to move Ogo out of the way. As these cars right here have we got a new tire here, so the grip's kind of a little bit low here at this track, so allowing these cars to have to go around really, really slow at this racetrack. Charles Sanford into 2nd place. Had a really good, actually, Charles Sanford, he was really good at Daytona. Really good. He ended up coming out with the win out the Daytona 500. Trying to open out the gates in season number 9 with a very good run to try and go after the championship. Daniel Day as well had a really good run, finishing 3rd at Daytona. Right now, the guys that finished really high up in Daytona, 1st and 2nd there, Charles Sanford and Daniel Day both. Jacob Hart in the 19 car. He was involved in an incident, I believe. He was involved in an incident early on going in the Daytona 500. Him and Hayden Klein both were. So the Abraham cars trying to get a good finish out of here, running 3rd and 4th. Brandon Bain, who ended up coming up 3rd place in Season 3 here. That's the only time he ever raced here at Savannah. So ended up grabbing the pole. He drifted sideways through the on the first lap there. Lucky we did not have a caution or have any other cars really damaged after that. Brandon Bain into 5th place now, trying to work his way back forward after sliding back. Zach Flickinger, who drove in the Sony Cup Series all the way back in Season 5. but he's making his return for his second season in the Season 9. Flickinger driving for the Wood Brothers, actually getting a good run for them because you don't really expect the Wood Brothers team to run up front. And right now running into a solid top 10 finish for Zach Flickinger right there. Greg Brown moving his way up forward now into the top 10. And teammate 2, Greg Brown, William Duncan on the outside there, trying to charge his way up. He has not won a Sony Cup Series event since season number 2. You know he is wanting to win a race very badly. And he gets up on the outside of the 5 of Dom Caps, and he's going to get on by for that position there. Eric Burton trying to follow his teammate of Duncan as well on the outside there. You got the Jack Roush cars up high, then you got the Hendrick cars down low. They're going to go 3 wide here with Nick Mace, who had to lift a lot for Brandon Bain on the first lap. Him and Richard Johnson both, who's on the inside there, they lost a lot of ground, and now they're outside the top 10 because of it. Now Mace clawing his way back inside the top 10. Eugene Max following the 5 of Dom Caps there, and Trifer Reeves right up on the back bumper of Eugene Max there for that position. CJ Sorensen there trying to work his way forward there. Boy, Trifer Reed is all over Eugene Max right there for that position. Sean Perkins moving his way forward. Luke Martin, he's kind of struggling. He's kind of dropping back, as you can see John Dillon working his way around him on the outside there. And then you got Ian Duda, who is passing Noah Hart, who hasn't not really impressed anyone so far in the going of Savannah for this weekend. He's really been off the pace. That's sad for the hometown hero of Noah Hart there. James Fox trying to get up on the outside of him there. As you can see, some of the guys struggling to get a good run here. So Charles Sanford, while he is still trying to reel in the 8 car forward there, you got Jacob Hart trying to salvage a top 3 finish here, trying to hold off Hayden Blind, the Season 4 champion, his teammate. But now you got Brandon Bain and Zach Flickinger, who has climbed their way up to this battle here for 3rd position. Jacob Hart is going to get away from the huge amount of cars right here trying to get for this position. Whoa, Zach Flickinger! He gets sideways there! What a save there by Zach Flickinger. Greg Brown had to lift for him there to not turn him all the way around. He lost a lot of momentum because of it now. Here comes William Duncan and Nick Mace now. Going to try and fight this battle here for 7th position. Hayden Klein is going to give up the 5th position there for, or the 4th position for Brandon Bain. And Bain slices his way from the high side to the inside. And he looks like he's going to get those spot away from Jacob Hart here. They're going to go 3 wide. Tryfon Reed did pit last lap, so, and also we do have some more takers. That's Eric Burton. Eric Burton pitted. CJ Sorensen's in the pits as well. But here's the big battle here. Look at, oh boy, they're really climbing up right here. They're clogging up here. Brandon Bain does get clear of these guys for the 3rd position. So Bain works his way into 3rd position. Zach Flickinger trying to get around. Look at the 83 car of Tryfon Reed. He has fresher tires than everybody. He can just drive around these guys. What a move by Tryfon there. He won here last season, so Tryfon Reed trying to get his lap back. And here Eric Burton as well, as they have fresher tires. And so does CJ Sorensen there in the 43 Cheerios Dodge. He slices down the inside of the 48, trying to move. Zach Flickinger pulls him through the grass. Second Flickinger back up the racetrack into CJ Sorensen. Jacob Hart is involved as well. No caution is out. No caution is out. And that's going to allow Eugene Max, John Dillon to get by for some extra positions there. Ian Duda and James Fox as well. Well, look at this here. Eugene Max came across the line 12th last time, and John Dillon came across the line 15th last time. They're going to be 7th and 8th. And look at here, spring flag pit stops are underway. Hayden Blind, Brandon Bain, the leaders of Charles Sanford and Daniel Day pit. Brad Johnson, he's also in. Jacob Hart with a lot of damage, he's also in. Gonna try and salvage a decent finish. Whoa, boy, Tryfon Reed pulled, or Noah Hart pulled right down in front of Tryfon there. Eric Burton and Tryfon Reed trying to make up as much positions as they can. Zach Flickinger pulls it on in. There's Daniel Day. And boy, did Charles Sanford have a really good pit stop there. Charles Sanford got the fastest pit stop there. He has a very good lead over Daniel Day. And I don't know where CJ Sorensen is. He basically wrecked the field there through turns number 2 there. We did not have a caution on the back bumper at Hayden Klein now. And we're going to check and see where Klein is. Actually, CJ Sorensen is on the same lap as Hayden Klein here. So CJ is going to go up on the outside there after getting a lot of damage there. He got sideways, got wrecked by Zach Flickinger by turning him around. As you can see, here's the lap cars right here of Luke Martin, Noah Hart there, and Charles Sanford's getting ready to lap these guys here. So looking through the field here, and boy, did Richard Johnson, he had a really good qualifying effort. Got into Brandon Bain on the start of the race. He got sideways, and Johnson had to lift for him, but never really has climbed up any more positions than he has now. He's dropped a lot of positions there. Tryfon Reed is actually in second position, and your leader is Eric Burton. And it is all because they pitted early. And that's why CJ Sorensen was right there, up in the mix for a top 5 right there. Tryfon Reed and Eric Burton pulling pit strategy right now, but can they make it all the way on fuel? If a caution comes out now, this will be really bad for their strategy here for Eric Burton and Tryfon Reed. They're on older tires than all these other guys because they pitted early, but can they make it on fuel? Remember Tryfon Reed in the 83 car. He ended up winning this race last season. Remember, he won the fall race. He didn't, the end of the season. He didn't win the race this time of the season. He wasn't near the end of the season last season. It was near the final few races, and Reed ended up winning in a fuel strategy race. And could that happen here today? But Eric Burton, he has a bigger lead on Tryfon Reed here. And he has the lead, and he's trying to win it for Roush Fenway Racing. And the underfunded 83 team of Tryfon Reed is trying to just get salvage a good finish here. Maybe a win as well if they can pull pit strategy here. Where's third place at here? There's third place right there. Charles Sanford and the 17 car is right there. And the 16, his teammate Eric Burton, is in turns number 2. So Eric Burton, can he make it all the way on fuel? And if he can he save enough fuel to not have Tryfon Reed nor Charles Sanford run up on him and take the lead from him? Whoa, Brad Johnson's around! Brad Johnson's around, and his caution flag out. I think it is. I think the caution is out. We're gonna check and see yes, the caution flag is out. Oh, that's gonna be terrible for Eric Burton. Eric Burton did not want to see that. Caution flag is out. Richard Johnson just narrowly misses from getting his lap back. But Eric Burton in the 16 car did not want to see that yellow flag. Now you got your teammate who is in third position there, and I think Burton wants to make it a pit road. And indeed he does. I think he knows he's not going to be able to do it. But Tryfon Reed is going to try and make it. Well, what the heck here? He's 17th now. So he is not going to be the leader. And boy, they all check up there. Charles Sanford's going to retake the lead. And it's a heartbreak for this man right here, Eric Burton. He was going to try and stretch it on fuel. But now the caution flag is out for Brad Johnson spinning on the front straightaway. The 16 team decided to bring Burton on down and take 4 fresh tires, and that is going to be it for the chance of the win here at Savannah. Let's get you to a replay and show you what happened. All this chaos has been happening so far. Well, this is what happened earlier here. As you can see, he gets into the corner panel right there as Zach Flickinger, CJ Sorensen. This is a replay of further what happened earlier, and Zach Flickinger comes back up the track into the 43 CJ Sorensen, Jacob Hart, and Greg Brown nowhere to go. and they get damaged there. Tough luck for them guys right there. And look at these guys right here. DeMax and Dylan on the outside here, going to get some valuable positions there. But the caution flag did not come out for that. They got back going, but we're going to get you to a replay and show you what happened to bring us under the yellow. Well, Brad Johnson, he pitted early. He was trying to salvage a good finish with his terrible car he had. He really had no chance to get a top 10 finish. He wanted to get up there and try and get a top 10 finish, but he pitted early to try and get pit strategy to go his way, and it just gets turned by Richard Johnson, and that's why the caution flag is out. But I really wish they wouldn't have thrown the yellow for that, because he got back going. But Brad Johnson, struggling so far really this entire season, did not have a good run at Daytona. And here today in the 01 Pontiac there, U.S. Army Pontiac, did not have a good car at all. He was running right there in a solid 13th place finish. That's actually really good for that organization. And just to be running right there in 13th would be really good. But terrible by Brad Johnson. He just get turned right there by the season 1 and 5 champion of Richard Johnson there. Let's get you to the restart. Well, the pace car is in. We're getting ready to go back green. These are all lap cars. Guys on the tail end of the lead lap trying to just finish. You got Charles Sanford, the leader, with only 5 to go. Noah Hart is a lap down. The 8 car is running right there in 2nd place. They need to get by the 88 really quick and really fast. Brandon Bean on the back bumper. Noah Hart trying to move him up out of the way, but he is actually a lap down. I'm not sure why. I thought he was actually on the lead lap. Hayden Klein's in 3rd, with Nick Mays 4th and William Duncan right there in the top 5. Remember DeMax and John Dillon there? They was running 18th and 19th at one time. Then when that wreck happened, they just went bypass 10 cars or so to get back in the top 10 and competitive for a good finish. But Daniel Day's got to get by a bunch of lap cars if he wants to get up there to win this race, and I doubt it's going to happen because Charles Sanford excuse me. But Charles Sanford, he's really been one of the dominant car all race. Him and Daniel Day both. And a caution comes out now, it'll end the race. Daniel Day is too far back. I'm pretty sure you can call it goods for Charles Sanford. He pitted on lap 20. If he could run 20 laps like that again, he'll make it on fuel. But some guys are going to have to pit, as these guys up in front of him here, some of them pitted early. There's Sean Galligan there. All these other guys, they pitted early, and they actually got fresh tires and everything. And they're running far, far away. Oh boy, Dawson Ogo got turned. Ogo got turned, and that was right in front of our leader. Luckily, did not have an incident with our leader there. But this is the white flag. Charles Sanford, if he can miss all the incidents that are involving right in front of him, he'll be able to win this race. Charles Sanford trying to pull a Jackson Braun here, trying to win the 1st and 2nd race. It's only happened once. Jackson Braun in season 1 won the 1st and 2nd race of the season. Charles Sanford's going to do the lights of Jackson Braun and tie Jackson Braun's record of winning the first 2 races of the season. Charles Sanford, not Jackson, wins both the 500 and Savannah, both back-to-back races. Jackson Braun in season 1 drove the 9 car and won both the first 2 races to win the Daytona 500 and at the Rockingham 250 race. And Charles Sanford is going to do just exactly what Jackson Braun did. Only one person's been able to do it, and Jackson Braun's not alone no more. Charles Sanford ties the lights of Jackson Braun and will win both Daytona and Savannah for both the first 2 races. Boy, that was a good fight out right there. Charles Sanford had a really, really good car, and he will come out with a victory here at Savannah. Let's get you to your finishing results.